Is Ton blockchain the next blockchain chosen by the elite banking institutions? Because I found something shocking, and I'll tell you exactly where and when I'll be buying my Ton blockchain. We've all heard of Jamie Dimon, the CEO of JP Morgan Chase. We've all heard of Larry Fink, the CEO of BlackRock. But one banking CEO not many people have heard about, that's the CEO of Goldman Sachs, David Solomon. And what David Solomon has said about crypto will shock you. And not only that, Goldman Sachs just had a crypto conference, and what they're saying about Ton blockchain is shocking everybody. So the Digital Assets Conference was held by Goldman Sachs. It was a couple weeks ago, but one thing that is slipping through everyone's radar was one particular talk. It was called Prediction in Exciting Areas. They are saying every single speaker was mentioning Ton blockchain, and it appears that Goldman Sachs could be positioning a secret Ton bag, everybody. Now we're going to dive into the charts. Again, I'll tell you exactly where I'm going to be a buyer. But I said he has been speaking about crypto in the past. Now, what was he saying about crypto? Well, folks, he was saying blockchain is much more than crypto. Regulated institutions are well positioned to harness the revolutionary technology. This is an old article from the end of 2022. You can see written by David Solomon. He wrote this to the Wall Street Journal opinion page. What's big here is just how infrequently David Solomon speaks about crypto. Now, this isn't the only news. There's also this. Goldman's David Solomon on the hunt for bargain crypto firms after the FTX fiasco. So when he was doing these opinion pieces for the Wall Street Journal, he was out there buying all these crypto companies on the cheap, looking for those bargain basement deals, looking to buy when there was blood on the street. So a year and a half ago, they're secretly looking and exploring blockchain technology companies. Now, according to Matthew McDermott, Goldman's head of digital assets, Goldman is doing due diligence on a number of different crypto firms, he added, without giving details. We do see some really interesting opportunities priced much more sensibly. So they're out there hunting for the next big opportunity. Now, it's my prediction. Now, Larry Fink, he doesn't mind if he got in at Bitcoin at 25K. They're still, looking at a whole lot of profit. But what is the next Bitcoin? What is the next Ethereum? And to me, it seems like Solomon and Goldman Sachs is signaling that Ton blockchain is going to be the next big wave, everybody. Now, not only were they looking at crypto institutions, there's also some stuff in the charts I need to tell you, everybody. Now, Ton, I'm going to tell you exactly where to buy. Now, listen, a 4-hour chart is screaming that the party is over for Ton blockchain. This is the daily chart that we're looking at. The token launched in the tail end of 2021, and right now we are just coiling up and really, really close to its all-time high that we hit in June, which is interesting because most cryptos topped out in March with Bitcoin, and you can see in March just how low it was compared to where it is today. Now, looking here, the 4-hour party's over. The 5-way pump looks done. This is the 5-way pump right here. You can see it starts 1, 2, high swing, down to 4, then back up to 5, and now it's going to be just, it looks like maybe the music's over, and it's not going to be great price action moving forward here. What's your move? Hodling or taking profits? Now, they're saying we're going to head down all the way down to $4.75. If you caught the rocket, congrats. Now take some profits. $4.75 is going to be quite the departure here. Looking at about a 32% dump right there. But that's not the only charts that we have. We also have Don Jim on how it lost his daily EMA 20 and is making lower highs. You can see the highs just getting steadily lower and lower, but there's a bright spot at the end of the tunnel, and I'm going to tell you where I'm going to be a buyer after this. Toncoin daily active addresses, meanwhile, have been surging. This is a 50x year over year. And when you scroll down to the number of active addresses, this are people, using their address within the last day. You see Ton has just been pumping. Maybe some related to Hamster Combat. They do have a game on the blockchain. A lot of people are just, opening up Ton wallets, starting to explore some of these Ton Telegram bots, and more and more people just, exploring that ecosystem. So we got a 50x on the number of wallets that you cannot discount that. It's one thing to spoof a metric, a 3x, a 10x. To have a 50x year over year, that is massively bullish for Ton Chain. And right now, it seems like Ton is largely marketing to more of the degen side of crypto here. You can see Notcoin, Hamster Combat, and Baby Doge's Pause being some of the major, play-to-earn games on the ecosystem. But where is DZ going to be a buyer, everybody? Well, to answer that, we have to go into the charts, and there's something I wanted to point out to everybody, and that is the 200-day SMA. This is a simple moving average for the 200-day. We got on the daily chart right here. Now, because it's a newer coin, just go ahead and discount everything for the first year, year and a half. So we want to look at just more of the more recent price action. With the 200-day, you can't help but notice we're seeing a little bit of action, and it has been used as great support in the past. Now, we fell below it, and this is, largely just due to the market in May, June 2023. Everything was bearish. But then when we hit the 200, it acted as a point of control and then continued to act as support. 3 different instances after that. Now, my prediction, if I were to be a buyer at Ton, I feel like we need to go ahead and test this 200-day simple moving average. Now, I can't give you an exact price prediction because this is going to move as the price line and the SMA get closer and closer. If we go flat, the SMA will eventually, after 200 days of it, have equilibrium with the price here. So I expect maybe something similar to what we're seeing right here, where Ton has some massive wicks to the downside. And so this would be what I'm expecting, to be able to get your opportunity. So for this, you're probably going to have to use buy orders, everybody. You can see right there, Ton had a 22% drop in just one day. These are daily candles. And so do not be afraid to have those low buy orders to the downside. If I were to make a buy order today, I kind of like the $6 range. Now, yeah, this guy's saying $4.75. I feel like it's going to be a little bit too bearish. I think the market, will take off before you get your entry. And I kind of like this guy's range of $5.70. So, me, I'm a little bit more bullish. Always just lean a little bit more bullish. So I'm going to try to front run that by 30 cents and get in around $6, $5.90. Maybe that would be around where I'm a buyer. So look out for this 200-day simple moving average. I do expect Toncoin to come back, test that. But more than anything, you got to pay attention to what the big bankers are doing. David Solomon, it seems like he is flipping bullish on Ton. Goldman Sachs might be trying to copy that Larry Fink and BlackRock playbook and find, wait, what's that next big opportunity? And hopefully I see you and your Ton bags.